notice of withdrawal, so it is on record. So, Mr. Mkhwanazi, I was saying, before we turn our attention to your evidence, there are some procedural issues I would like us to deal with. And for that purpose, I'd like to distribute a small bundle. And as they do so, you recall that when we postponed to today, it was because your mother had passed away. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she was scheduled to be buried on the following Saturday, which was the day after the postponement was granted.
Yes.
And for that purpose, you had shared with us, as the evidence leaders and the legal team, a copy of the program for the funeral the next day, or your mother's funeral, correct?
You are correct.
And your mother's funeral, your mother's name, if I have it right, is Rofina Petunia Mkhwanazi.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you thereafter kindly provided us with, or provided the commission's attorneys with a copy of the death certificate and a copy of her ID. That's correct?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. Now, I recall from the program you had provided us that at the back of that program was a collage of pictures. And the program, the obituary stated that Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi, your mother, had 7 children and you were the second of the 7 children.
Yes.
From the program, where was the funeral held?
Takani.
Yeah, where? Was it a church, a community hall?
Church. The service was at the church.
Okay.
Yeah, same street.
All right.
Yes.
So you are the second of the 7 children of Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi. The little bundle I have given you has got 4 documents. If you could turn to item 1, the first document, you confirm that is the ID document of Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi. Is that so?
Yes.
And item 2 is the death certificate of the same person.
Yes.
I see that there are a number of documents we have here that reflect your ID number. Do you confirm, I'm not going to say the full ID number, but do you confirm that it starts with 75?
Mine?
Yes.
Yes, 75.
Which means you were born in 1975?
Yes.
I see from these 2 documents that Mrs. Petunia Rofina Mkhwanazi was born in 1965.
Yes, you are correct.
So you're making your mother 10 years older than you?
Yes, I will explain that.
And you being her second born, so that would suggest her firstborn was born around when she was around the age of 8. You confirm that?
He was born in 1974. Yes, I confirm that.
And you confirm that is true?
Yes, I confirm that.
That you were born of this lady, the late Mrs. Petunia?
Yes.
How do you explain the fact that your mother is 10 years older than you, according to you?
When you say you were born with something else, she's my stepmother. She raised me since I was 8 years. No, so since I was 8 years or 7 years old. She's married to my father. I was staying with my father in Granny. When I was young, doing grade 1 or it's something like the grade 1 or grade 2, she became the wife of my father. Then she raised me up until her death.
So why did you suggest that, as you did last time, that she bore 7 children of whom you are one?
What did I say?
You said she had 7 children and you were one of those children.
And I'm still saying that
Okay.
I'm her second born.
On the basis that to item 4 of that same pack,
Item
4 of the same pack. So this is a letter from the Department of Home Affairs. And I see that if you go to item 1 on that letter at page 4, it reads, according to the department's records, Mr. Mkhwanazi is recorded as the son of Mr. William Mkhwanazi and Miss Foleni Maria Mkhwanazi. Do you confirm that?
Those are my grannies.
Huh?
Those are my grannies. Grandmother and grandfather, they stayed in Katlehong, yes.
You're saying these are your grandparents?
Grandparents, yes, from father's side.
Mr. William Mkhwanazi and Miss Foleni Maria Mkhwanazi are your grandparents?
Yes.
Then there...
Ms. Sildo, may we take a very short adjournment?
Yes, Chair.
We'll come back when we are ready.
Okay.
And please follow us.
I shall.
Thank you. Commissioner, we wanted to sort out a housekeeping matter.
Oh, thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Mkhwanazi, before we had that very short break, you had explained that I think Mr. William Mkhwanazi and Miss Foleni Maria Mkhwanazi are your grandparents.
I don't think they are my grandparents.
Oh,
When the stepmother came to my father's home, she found my granny there. My grandmother there. The grandfather had already passed when I was still 1 year maybe. But I don't think they are my grandparents. That grandmother raised me up until she came in.
if they are not your grandparents, what are they?
I'm saying they are. I don't think they are. I am saying they are.
Oh, they are your
Oh, you
grandparents.
said I think. I'm saying I don't think. they
Oh, okay,
are.
I know, okay. I misunderstood. So
In
you are
fact-
saying definitively.
In fact, here you've raised family politics that I didn't notice.
Okay.
You've
So
raised
it is-
another thing in fact, you have touched something in my heart. I'm so now.
Yes. I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, it has to be done. Also, now I understand, you do confirm that Miss Foleni Maria Mkhwanazi and Mr. William Mkhwanazi are your grandparents. You confirm that?
Yes.
Okay. Now we were if you go further to page 6 of that document. That is a notice of birth. And it looks like your birth certificate, you confirm? It's got your birth date, your names. You see that?
I'm seeing it for the first time in my life. I didn't have a birth certificate.
Yeah. Home Affairs can do weird and wonderful things. Huh?
Yes.
So that's your birth certificate. And if we accept that birth certificate as given to us by Home Affairs, it would appear that William Mkhwanazi is reflected as your father, and Foleni Maria Mkhwanazi is reflected as your mother. So she is the mother of the child. The same person you suggest is your grandmother.
Yes, they are.
On
They
your
are my
birth certificate
grandfather.
is reflected as your mother.
I'm not sure that can I raise this politics, can I raise this thing public, but I had to. The unfortunate part is that the story that I got from my grandmother, my father confirmed that they want me in the court of law. There was a dispute between both sides. I think when they were divorced, that's why they took over. You see, that is why maybe it's reflected. But it's for the first time, when I grew up, I didn't have this up until I didn't have birth certificate up until I had an ID. And I was accompanied by my grandmother to get that ID because she raised me up until the stepmother came in.
Can you please repeat that? I don't follow. I don't quite understand.
Oh, I'm saying when I grew up, my granny told me that.
And please mention the name of the granny.
Maria.
Okay.
Yeah. At page 6, it reflects as Shawe, if I'm not mistaken. For Lenny Maria Shawe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a family politics.
Yeah.
And
so what you are saying, she brought you up. You're saying you grew up under her.
Yes, in fact she took over from my mother when they separated, when I was still born or I was still months or something like that. She told me that story. Yes. That is why maybe it's reflecting as if they are my mother, they are my grandparents. She's the one that took responsibility because it was me and my brother. Then there was my father. Then when I was still young, he said, when we get the politics from one side.
Who went to court?
My grandmother.
Oh.
Yeah, by this time, my grandfather had already passed on. He passed on 1970. I'm told 1977.
She went to court against whom?
There was another lady who claimed that she's our mother, something like that. There were politics that I didn't want to dig in. But she gave us love up until my father got married.
Thank you, Chair. So we are still at page 6. Am I understanding you correctly then that...
Chair, I feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. Because some things I knew and it's like it's opening a wound and politics of the family. And to discuss this public like this, I don't feel comfortable. If you want something in writing, I will submit in writing. I don't want to find myself creating politics out of this. And now I've discovered something out of this again. You see, it has disturbed me. You see, but I feel uncomfortable. May I say this? I feel uncomfortable to discuss such matters in public. But if you want an affidavit confirming, relating the stories, and there are some documents you can still support this. The one that I'm talking about, the court and everything. My granny used to package these things and keep them safe somewhere. You see, but I feel uncomfortable to discuss such things.
Just a minute, Mr.
Aisha.
Ms. Sillo, Commissioner Mkhwanazi, I think, is in the dark as to why this is being done. Can you perhaps explain
I am happy to.
why this is being done? Also, we got these documents now.
Yes.
So I assume that he too got them now.
He gets them now.
So that adds to what I think is a surprise.
Okay, I'm happy to address that very briefly, Chair.
In his mind.
Yes.
And then I'll invite him to respond to to your explanation.
Indeed, Chair. And before I get to the why, perhaps let me address the issue of why the documents are only available to him now. Items 1 and 2, being the death certificate of Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi, are documents he provided to us. So the item, I think, 2 and 3, item 1 is the cover page of the email when he provided them to the Commission's attorneys. The only new item is item 4. That's what we provide. And if the Chair were to go to page 5 of that page, it is signed by the Director General and is dated 13th April 2026, and that is yesterday. So this document and its annexures only became available to us yesterday afternoon. So we're all like new to these documents. So that was just to place in perspective the status of the documents. Now, as to why I'm doing this, the Chair will recall that, if I may confer, Mr. Mkhwanazi was due to appear in postponement because of a medical procedure to be done to his eyes. We went past that point and he was granted his postponement to a specific date. I'm trying to recall now. Ms. Power will assist me. On the eve of that date, which was a Monday, on Friday, when we had invited Mr. Mkhwanazi for a consultation in preparation for his appearance, he informed us that he was in this state, that he does not think he'll be able to appear on Monday because his mother had passed away. And engagements were had, and to that extent, he then provided the death certificate and the copy of the ID. And together with the funeral program for a funeral that was scheduled for the following day. It is on that basis, at 2 o'clock immediately after lunch, I appeared before the Commission to explain the situation because Mr. Mkhwanazi has lost a parent, and to therefore engage the commissioners about the feasibility of him appearing on Monday under the circumstances. Mr. Mkhwanazi, during consultation, was at pains to convince us the person who had passed away was his mother, his birth mother. It was not a cousin, it was not a relative, it was not a stepmother. When I made my application for a postponement, I indicated that it was a close member of the family, and therefore understand why he could potentially require this extension. His attorney seemingly was also of the opinion, of the view that this was his mother, because when he addressed the commissioners, he indicated this was his mother. After the postponement was granted, and a few days later, in the normal course of collation of documents, these documents were then prepared for filing, and that's when we realized that this person happens to be 10 years older than Mr. Mkhwanazi, and that raised the issue about whether or not Mr. Mkhwanazi lied to the Commission, misled this Commission in an attempt to avoid appearing before the Commission. And we concluded that he potentially may have done so, but we needed to make our own investigations. If one has regard to the term mother, it could refer to almost anybody. It is upon receipt of the documents from the Home Affairs that we concluded that he knew that the lady who had passed away is not his mother. He misrepresented that fact to the Commission, and he obtained his his extension, it was compounded by the fact that then Home Affairs gives us his birth certificate, which actually shows who his parents are. And he continues in that vein, because today, sitting here, he says the very people identified in his birth certificate as his parents are actually his grandparents. So mine is to put to Mr. Mkhwanazi that he lied to the commission to avoid appearing before the commission. And this is the basis on which I say I draw that conclusion. That is why we are having this exercise. So I hope that provides the appropriate context, Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Olo. Do you wish to respond to that,
Yes.
Commissioner Mkhwanazi?
Thank you, Chair. I'm still saying that she raised me, she's my mother. Yes, I was not born out of or from her, but she raised me since I was young. She took over from my grandmother who raised me. I see this birth certificate for the first time in my life. You see, that's why I had to have the grandmother to accompany me to get an ID. You see, and I'm requesting this commission to go to court with my ID and check how did my grandmother, who's the mother of my father, happen to raise us. Because the story that she told me when she was alive, I think it relates to, she was honest, it relates to this birth certificate because she took over from that mother that I don't know, not my biological mother. There was another mother in between. That's why she went to court. The story that I don't know, but she related that story to us, you see. Then I'm appealing to this commission to go to, because you know these things. It's a court that granted her a parent thing for us, you see, and you'll be able to get it. You see, and ngesintu umama unkhulisile umama kimi, I can't say because she has passed on. Now and start labeling her that she's not my mother, she's the mother of the other mother, you see. And as I've said, one of the reasons that I've said I feel uncomfortable, I saw something now at the back, where the letter from the
Director General?
Yes. No, not the letter. There's something that confirms the 4 kids as the leading, she's saying that is now 4 or 5. Me and my brother were not mentioned anyway. That's why it's opening another wound now to a family and to us.
May I assure you I won't get there?
Sorry?
I would like to assure you I won't get to the issues that concern you.
We have
points to make on these documents and we close the file.
But we have already touched it. That's why I've said it's shocking when I'm seeing documents for the first time. I'm seeing other documents for the first time. And I'm 50 years old now. It is an embarrassment for a man who is at this age to find out about some of the things that I didn't have.
And what I intend to touch upon with you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Chair. What I intend to touch upon with you, in part, arises from your response today, and just to look at the documents as provided by Home Affairs, and I'll invite you to comment, and I will not go any deeper into these issues to the extent that perhaps they may upset you emotionally. But this morning you indicated that Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi was your stepmother because she was married to your father after your mother passed away.
In fact, she
And then raised you consequently. And that's why she's always considered you one of her children.
Yes.
Correct. Let's go to page 4, and my confusion arises because at item 1, your father is listed as Mr. William Mkhwanazi, who you now say is your grandfather. That is the same person that appears on your birth certificate. I accept that you have never seen your birth certificate, but this is the birth certificate as provided by Home Affairs. At paragraph 2 of that same letter, Mrs. Petunia Mkhwanazi is said to have been married to Mr. Hoho Titus Mkhwanazi. That is not your father, is it?
No, that's my father. That's my biological father.
Okay, Mr.
Babami, ongizalile.
Okay.
Ngesintu ngiyisa ngeke ngilibize igama liphelele lakhe.
So, Home Affairs has it wrong. The commission must accept that Home Affairs has it wrong.
I've explained it that I'm kindly requesting you to go to the court and check for me, and I don't want to put my brother, and check how did my grandmother win it, but I know that it wasn't a court of law.
Okay, no.
It's within your space. You can get that within a day or two.
I don't think I would be particularly interested to pursue that necessarily. My question really to you now is, these birth certificates and documents provided by Home Affairs are factually incorrect. And I can live with that if that is what you suggest. So these documents are wrong.
Factually, to verify, you're going to prove that I'm talking about these are my grannies, they raised me, and sikhulisa abogogo spanning nabo baba and nabo mkhulu, they take responsibility of us. I'm one of them. You see, when I couldn't defend, when I couldn't do anything, as young as 1 year, 2 years maybe, you see, they took ownership of me. That's why I'm still alive today.
I take your point.
They are my grandparents, and I'm not ashamed to say so. Not to say I'm disowning them.
No,
And when they raised me and my brother, they raised me as their own kid. And I'm happy about that.
I hear you. My comment to you is, I'm going to make a few, and I'm going to make a few statements to you, and I'm going to invite your comments. You know that the documents from Home Affairs are genuine and they are correct. What is your comment to that?
I've said to you, it's for the first time. That's why I've said to you, you're opening a can of worms. Page 4. You said you're not going to go, but you went in, you see.
No, it was just for the names.
But may I respond this?
Yes.
Page 4, paragraph 2. According to the departmental records, the birth surname Ndlovu, you see, when you continue from that side, you see, it says she's not our parent. There's another page again that goes through deep. That mention it's from Home Affairs too. You see, I don't know how to put it. It's the last page, commissioners. I saw it now. Page 11. When you were outside, I happened to peruse very fast all these pages to check and wanted to confirm what you're saying. And it's true. All those documents that are coming from Home Affairs, they don't put me and my brother anywhere from my father, or when my father passed on, from what my mother or my stepmother registered at Springs, I think it's Springs, Magistrate. That's why I've said it makes me to feel uncomfortable now because it raises some politics now, some challenges. But it's so unfortunate that both parents are no longer there. You can't question the siblings.
I don't know.
Yes,
please.
check something, sorry. Commissioner, I think what we the significance, as Ms. Silo has explained, is of this uncomfortable discussion to you is to establish whether you've been truthful. And the truthfulness is important because if it is established that you were not truthful the last time when you gave a reason for not appearing, then you would be in contempt of the commission, which has consequences, criminal consequences. So understand that, uncomfortable as it may be, it's a necessary discussion. It's not meant to embarrass you or in any way to cause you any discomfort, but it is a matter that is very important to the commission, that witnesses that appear before the commission are truthful and honest, because there are legal implications for it. So understand even my question in that context. You've referred, can I just understand what you're saying? There are two names at page 4. In paragraph 1, there's a Mr. William, page 4. It's that letter from Home Affairs. In paragraph 1, there's a reference to Mr. William Mkhwanazi. You see that? And then in paragraph 2, there's a reference to Titus Mkhwanazi. What do you say is the relationship between William Mkhwanazi and Titus Mkhwanazi?
Oh, William, he's my grandfather.
William is your grandfather?
He's the father of my father.
Okay. So, yes. So Titus is the son of
yes.
William?
He's the second-born child of William Mkhwanazi.
Okay. Now, that same paragraph 2, and I'll go back to your page 11. The same paragraph 2 tells us about a son born to Titus and Petunia. You see where it is? It has a name there, Siabonga. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you go to page 11 that you were referring to, this is a hospital record, it looks like.
Page 11?
Yeah, the one that you were referring to.
I thought it's Home Affairs. I can't see at the top.
You may be right. The reason I thought it's a hospital record is because it has a name of a hospital there. It says St. Mary's.
Oh, yes, Hospital St. Mary's. You're correct, I see it.
Yeah, but yes. I can't quite tell from the dates which year it was. But I was just going to point out that you say there were 7 children.
Yes, we are 7.
Raised by Petunia.
Rufina and Petunia, yes. Rufina and Titus, yes.
The 7 children?
Yes.
That includes you and your brother?
Yes, my brother is the firstborn, secondborn. There's another sister. Yeah, I'm discussing family issues now. Who came with my marriage, but she's my sister.
Okay.
Who came with Mom Petunia. Then.
And how many children did Petunia have? Mom Petunia have?
Including my brothers and sisters.
There's you, your brother, and your sister?
Yes.
From your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
And another 4. It's 3 sisters and 1.
And the four that you're referring to,
yes.
3 sisters and another brother, those are Petunia's, Mom Petunia's birth children, biological children.
Mom Petunia and Babu Mkhwanazi.
And Babu Mkhwanazi, yes, I understand that. You see, the confusion then for me is the page 11 that you referred to also refers to only 1 child. At page 11, it doesn't, even if we say, we accept what you're saying, that there were 7 children and somehow only 1 is mentioned. I accept that. But page 11 refers only to 1 child who is the very same child referred to in the Home Affairs letter of yesterday. So it seems Home Affairs does not seem, it looks like, and I may be wrong in how I'm reading the letter from Home Affairs, it records only 1 child born to Petunia Mkhwanazi and Titus Mkhwanazi. That's at page 4, Home Affairs, essay yesterday. I think the letter is yesterday. And then page 11 also refers to only 1 child. So the other 4 biological children, or the other 3 biological children, don't seem to be accounted for.
You are correct, Commissioner. Even if when you look page 9, there's only 1 birth certificate, yes, for Siabonga, yes, not for my other sisters.
Yes.
Yes, you are correct, Commissioner. I agree with you.
Commissioner, if I may, perhaps, and we only got this yesterday, so I think we are all trying to digest it. Perhaps if we have regard to page 4, item 2 of that is the Home Affairs letter. The last sentence of paragraph 2 reads, having indicated that Miss Petunia Mkhwanazi was married to Mr. Titus Mkhwanazi, that paragraph. says this was established through the birth record of one of their children and gives the name with the identity number, then gives as the marriage records could not be located. So the document that is attached at page 11 by Home Affairs is in respect of this specific child. It doesn't suggest that it's firstly the only child or that it was intended to also cover the other children. That is the first point. And the second is when one looks at page 11, as I said, it's in respect of that named child, born in 1994, and it's the immunization health issues concerning a newborn. In the middle column, you will see the details there regarding immunizations. And then extreme right column, it's different dates that I guess would reflect the visits the mother and child paid to the clinic. So page 11 strictly relates to one person, which is the child. And then it's the point I wanted to make to Mr. Mkhwanazi earlier, that it cannot speak to Mr. Mkhwanazi himself or any of his siblings, because these are medical records of a newborn who was identified and a name given.
You understand, Commissioner Mkhwanazi, what Mr. Law is correctly pointing out is that the letter from Home Affairs and page 11 are not in themselves evidence that there are no other children, that there was only one child. It just speaks, it's documents that just speak to one child.
Yes,
and nothing more.
Yes, Commissioner, but I'm disturbed when Home Affairs is the one that said they can't locate the marriage certificate. Because even if we can lose marriage certificates and whatever, our hope is at Home Affairs. That's why I'm saying, in terms of ours, anything that has to do with courts, it's at Justice Department or at the courts. We'll find anything, we see every document. If they say they can't locate, or maybe it's because of time that they were given, you see.
Yeah.
But I still confirm that. And again, I felt that by not attaching the program, you see, because we submitted this document with the program, you see, the program talks to all of us there. You can even track through all of us, our names and everything, so that it becomes easier for you, for you when you want to check in the courts. Are these ones that I mentioned there, part of this family? It's going to simplify for you. I thought I'm going to see the program too, but it's not attached.
And that's because the one program copy you gave us was returned to you, Mr. Mkhwanazi. It was returned, the program.
No, it was not.
Then you must perhaps check with your attorney. We didn't retain it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
because the program was going to simplify all of us so that when you go to Home Affairs, you'll see all of us and our history and everything.
Do you still have a copy of the program?
Yes.
Will you kindly bring it along tomorrow?
I must go to Tsaka, but I'll see how to get it.
Please.
Yes.
And if you have it electronically.
Oh, yes. I think I may get it electronically.
Okay. You should ask your attorney, because I think when we appeared, we had it in hand, so it might be with your attorney and his files.
No, you'll get it electronically.
Okay.
Yes, you'll get it.
So if you could bring that. My second then statement to you, as you know that the records as provided for Home Affairs are indeed correct, and that you lied to the commissioners when you sought an extension for your appearance. What's your comment?
I didn't lie. I still maintain I didn't lie. And I still maintain that some of these documents that are here, I'm seeing them for the first time. As I've said, it's an embarrassment. I'm still saying the mother that were buried or were burying on that date, I forgot the date. I think it's the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. She's my mother. She raised me as a parent. You see, and she's the wife of my father, the father that gave birth to me. And I still say, Uba Mkhulu William Mkhwanazi and grandmother Ufoleni, Maria Mkhwanazi. They are my grandparent, you see. And as I've said that, I think I'm repeating it for the 7th time now. You can go and verify.
And
I didn't lie. Maybe the challenge I may take or I may admit to the commission that I was supposed to say stepmother, you see, but it doesn't sit well, you see. This English way with us doesn't suit. The mother is a mother, she raised me, you see, and I'm not apologetic about that, and I can't be apologetic about that. And there's no reason for me to lie. And there's no reason for me to say I will run away from
To be fair to you, because I see you are becoming emotional. I know some of us in our cultures, your father's wife is your mother. There's no such thing as stepmother, step this. Those are English terms. Those are Western terms.
Yes.
Some of us, where we come from, the person that raises you is your mother, full stop.
Yes.
Whether you said biological or step this or step that, you identify them as you know them,
Yes,
not
Commissioner.
as the law knows them.
Yes,
And I think that's your explanation.
Yes, Commissioner.
thank you, Commissioner Khumalo, and I do agree with Commissioner Khumalo. That is not, I do agree with Commissioner Khumalo. That's how we have it in African tradition. But that is not the point I seek to make. The point I seek to make is you know the correct, truthful position, and that position is as reflected in the documents, and that therefore you lied to the commission. That is the only point I sought to make. You deny you lied. You say you are learning these facts for the first time. So then I move on. Secondly, my submissions to the commission is that you must be held in contempt for deliberately lying to the commission when you knew that the facts you were relying upon to obtain your postponement were false. That is my submission to the commission, and this is your opportunity to address the commissioners as to why you should not be held in contempt.